Park in Richmond, Virginia. I am Jack McGovern, joined by Diego Rojas, and we are about to bring you Team England versus Team Canada, the quarterfinals at the IQA World Cup. This is the reigning European Games champion, and Canada, the second oldest quadball playing country, set to face off for a spot in the semifinals. This game is in the side of the bracket opposite the United States, heavy favorites in this tournament. Both these teams are looking for the chance to make a run to the finals, and it's going to begin right here. Players getting into position right now on the far side. We have some discussion between the refs and coaches. Running for the quad ball.
We're still waiting on snitch and table staff.
It looks like it's going to be number 27, Matthew Houghton for England.
One more thing I did forget to mention.
For Canada, it's going to be number 44, Jeremy Burrows-Balka. Teams are heading back to their benches right now. Still waiting for scorekeeper and timekeeper.
I don't have a radio. I don't know. I know as soon as possible. Hopefully it should just come from these games that just ended and are still here. That would have been ideal. I thought it was him.
Can we move the bench into the street?
Yes. Oh, they've been sitting out in the sun for a hot minute.
No, that was there.
Start without a snitch.
We don't need them.
Yeah.
Can we just go without a snitch?
The heat break has to be 4 minutes.
Thank you all for joining us here on Pitch 3 for Team England versus Team Canada, quarterfinals at the IQA World Cup. I'm Jack McGovern, joined by Diego Rojas. We're still trying to secure a few more volunteers here at Pitch 3 to get a timekeeper and scorekeeper, and then we'll be ready to go. So sit tight. We should be coming to you live any minute.
Just you and Phil. Just score time for you, please. I know you can do it. How did you sleep in one of the hotels? How did you get here?
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us here on Pitch 3 for Team England versus Team Canada in the quarterfinals of the IQA World Cup. We're gonna get started any minute. We're just looking to secure a few more volunteers as scorekeeper and timekeeper. We need goal refs too. I'm Jack McGovern, joined by Diego Rojas.
I'm Diego Rojas, yeah. If you remember me from the Brazil-Hong Kong match, our live stream is now 100% shaky hand less free.
Yes, we have secured a tripod. Big improvement here.
My arm is so tired.
Yeah, so glad to be able to bring you this all-important match between the reigning European champions and the second ever quadball playing nation here in the quarterfinals from a steady tripod stream.
The most important part of this whole weekend is, in fact, the tripod.
Oh yes. So sit tight. We're gonna update you with any updates we have. We have a few volunteers now, still looking for a few more. We had a massive rainstorm earlier here in Richmond, Virginia. Everybody kind of scattered and for dry land, meaning their cars, tents, sheds. So we're still trying to get people back as we look to resume at this all-important quarterfinal stage.
Speaking of weather, if you were watching before, it was mentioned, but throughout this match, we will be having a heat break, which, because of the heat that has been happening since yesterday, with temperatures upwards of 90, feels like 91 for Americans. For the rest of the world, about 32 degrees with humidity. We've been making sure that player safety is the most important thing. We've been stopping at every 15 minutes for 4 minutes for players to get water and to rest. Then at 25 minutes for 2 minutes. And after that, every 5 minutes, there is a 2-minute break.
Yeah, it is quite hot here in Richmond, Virginia this weekend. Although it's cooled off a bit with the rain. We have a nice breeze going now.
Yeah, before the storm and now after the storm, we've had a steady, consistent breeze it feels so nice.
Yeah, the sun is back and it looks like we are ready to get started. We have secured all the volunteers we need and the refs have motioned to the teams to go into their huddles and take their starting positions.
Let's fucking go!
As the players are getting into their positions, what is something you're looking forward to for this match?
Yeah, great question. I just want to see if Team Canada, who's had a really good weekend, they hung with Australia, they only lost 70-10 in that game, if defensively they can stop England in the same way that they caused problems for Australia. If Canada can keep this game low scoring and tight, I think they're going to have a shot with the experienced seeker rotation that they have.
Yeah, I was commentating the Canada-Australia game and the the Canada-Germany game. Both were very intense, very neck and neck.
Looks like we have on the starting line number 44, Jeremy Burrows-Balaka for Canada, and number 24, Matthew Houghton for England. They will be running for the quad ball.
Both of these teams have been fierce competitors so far.
For the third bludger, it looks like it's going to be Jordan Aymar Jeffries from Team England and Nathan Unrau, number 96, for Canada. Both teams are going to want to start with bludger control here, obviously.
The English doing what they are very well known for, having very fun chants. I love it.
Yes, I saw their hymn book earlier this weekend. A couple of their supporters were kind enough to show me some of the songs. Quite the picture of artistry and creativity from the English fans.
This is the first time I've seen those chants in person, and I've been having a blast.
It's so fun. Our head referee today is Alex Amadal.
I need a snitch.
Thank you, Coach.
I'll say it. You don't have to. It's all good, man.
And it looks like we're ready to get started.
And we're off. Room's up.
And it's going to be Houghton with the quad ball, but no, back to Canada. And we're going to get a stoppage immediately.
That was a very physical beginning. Both players that rushed for the quad ball. It seemed like I didn't see exactly what happened or how it happened, but they ended up just piled on top of each other, which running at that speed could easily cause some injuries.
Yeah,
it seems like everyone's okay though.
I thought the broom might have slipped out from number 27 for England, Matthew Houghton. Maybe that's what the referees are discussing. It's going to be number 36, Chris Rajagowski, with the quad ball for Canada.
Okay.
It does look like Team England has recovered dodgeball control. They have both dodgeballs in their half.
Yes, during the England-India game, they did a very good job of maintaining control of both of the dodgeballs. So I'll be expecting a solid fight between both teams, as Canada is also good at having control.
Absolutely.
The dodgeballs will be something to watch.
Yes, so Chris Rajagowski with the quad ball. Radoyevsky. Thank you. Great clarification from the pitch. I appreciate the stoppage to get the pronunciations right. Much appreciated. from the Canada keeper.
There's a reason you're going to only hear me mentioning people by numbers. I am notoriously bad at not just remembering names, but saying names. Every time I say hi to somebody, I say, hey, dude.
And dodgeball control is going to be turned over to Canada on the brooms up play. So it's going to be Canada with dodgeball control, Nathan Unrau with the dodgeball. The quad ball, though, is going to England. Matthew Houghton is going to have the quad ball. So 2 balls switching possession here.
It's interesting to see if the rest will mention why these turnovers happen. But Houghton is right in front of Canada number 96, the beater. It'll be interesting to see if he will be able to get the quad ball out of there before being beat himself. And he did before even the call began, or the play began. The ref sent him back to his home hoops.
Yeah, gonna get to restart from the keeper's own line. Subs off. It's number 10, the keeper for England, Seb Waters with the quad ball. Exchange of dodgeballs, and Aaron McCready pressing now for Canada. Ben Malpass driving with the quad ball. Looks to dish off to Alex McCartney, but blocked at the hoops by Canada.
All 3 hoops taken out.
Wow.
And Canada has gotten the quad ball back to their keeper, getting control.
Yeah, and there's that trademark hoop defense from Canada, standing tall, standing tough at the hoops, denying England on the opening play.
Now, I did see a question pop up on the comments. So far, no team is on the scoreboard. We are just now beginning the match. It is still tied 0-0.
Yes. Chris Radajewski with the quad ball at the point. Looking at his options. Looks for the shot. High of the hoops.
Blocked by 34.
Yeah, and 34, Alex McCartney denies the quad ball at the hoops.
All right, a fight for the dodgeballs at Canada's hoops.
So Seb Waters with the quad ball now, bringing it up, and there's going to be a press from Canada, number 25, but 20, Ben Malpass driving around the wing and shoots and scores.
That was an amazing pass. It always amazes me whenever people are able to pass over the entire diagonal line over the hoops. That is incredibly dangerous because of not just tall defenders, but a very knowable trajectory.
Canada on offense now. Chris Radajewski pressured by the England beaters. Radajewski throws behind the hoops to number 9. And it's broken up by number 34, Alex McCartney. And England is running. Seb Waters with the quad ball. England going 1.5 right now. That's 15 Orridge.
Fight for the dodgeball. England successfully gets the dodgeball back, number 15.
And England has all 3 dodgeballs in their half right now. Canada beater Aaron McCready is going to kick back. That's an important kick by McCready, pursued by Lucy Q. Anna Nikolai, number 9, with the quad ball now. Driving down the middle, dishes back to Radajewski. Lucy Q pressures. Radajewski driving now, throws back, and that's a goal by number 44, Jeremy Burrows-Balaka. Canada on the board, but Bell Malpass hits them right back on the counter.
What a pass break.
20-10 England.
England is, from what I've seen so far this weekend, England is a very aggressive team. They will take whatever opportunity they can to push, whether it's on offense or defense.
Yeah, they're going to be ready. If they get scored on, they're going to try to score on you right after.
They are a team that you cannot let up the pressure on.
Chris Radajewski, flanked by Joanne Lamb on the near side.
That's right. No, because if you go to 100, then we don't have a ticket. So we have to...
Radajewski surveying the field, looks back for Michael Wanless behind the hoops. Wanless broken up, and Ben Malpass is running now. Malpass streaking up the side of the pitch, cuts inside. Malpass looking for the shot.
Beautiful move.
Shakes the tackle, dishes to McCartney and to Seb Waters. What a goal by England.
That makes it 30-10 in favor of England. Beautiful triangle there for England, passing it 2 times before scoring, even though they were all only a few feet away from the hoops.
Yeah, just outstanding. This is the chemistry from the England first line that made them European champions last summer.
All right.
Andrew Custers with the quad ball now. Dishes to Michael Wanless. Wanless back to Custers. Custers now pressured heavily by the England beaters and has to throw it towards the hoop. Intercepted by Alex McCartney. McCartney's running up the field. Darren Bell somehow strips it from behind.
Impressive.
Still under pressure from the Team England beaters right now. And Quadball is on the ground. Number 12, Orridge, standing over it. But Canada is going to retain possession of the Quadball. That's Darren Bell.
They have used one of the resets, though, meaning that now that they are crossing the midline, if the Quadball passes the midline again, it will be a turnover to England.
Lucy Q throws the bludger, dodged by Custers. Custers looking for Wanless behind the hoops, but ball is going to dribble out of bounds. And Ben Malpass inbounding the Quadball now. Malpass is going to check out after a very impressive first shift. He's just one of England's most important players right now. Lucy Q brings down the beater. And England driving. Number 18, Brett with the Quadball now. Dishes over to Jordan Imar Jeffries. Thrown behind the hoops. Jordan Imar Jeffries on the wing. Looking at their options. England looking for a way through this Canada defense. Canada playing a 2-2 zone right now. Thrown over to number 22, Aaron Veal. Veal trying to get past Joanne Lamb. And Lamb is going to knock the Quadball out and recovered by number 18, Andrew Custers.
Very similar to England. Canada is not a team you want to allow to prepare their defense for. You want to try to hit them as hard and fast as possible to catch them off guard.
They are such a good defensive team, but can they score as we get a little bit of cloud cover here? Darren Bell surveying their options, throws over to Joanne Lamb. Lamb taking her space, throws back to number 18, Custers. Custers with the shot. It's no good.
And it crosses the sideline, turning it over to England.
And Jordan Imar Jeffries bringing up the Quadball now. Hands off to the keeper, number 22, Aaron Veal. Veal throws behind the hoops to Brett, who's looking for Imar Jeffries, but we're going to get a penalty on the play.
Yes, so what I believe happened, one of the Canada players did not realize that 23, Imar Jeffries, did not have possession of the volleyball when he made contact. It is illegal to make a full tackle against a player if they're not in possession of one of the 4 balls on the field.
Awesome. So the refs are going to talk about this now. We are at 30-10. Team England leading Team Canada here early in this IQA World Cup quarterfinals in Richmond, Virginia. This is the European champions versus the second oldest quadball playing nation, Canada. Canada coming out with a very tough defense, denying England multiple times at the hoops, but just not able to get enough going offensively right now to spring the upset.
Yes. Those of you that have been watching the game so far, it is clear to anybody watching this, there is a reason why these two teams are in contention for the championship. They play hard, they play fast, and although the score might not show it, this is a very active game. Low scoring, but strong plays throughout, both on offense and defense.
And refs are going to give the quad ball to Jordan Imar Jeffries. 2 fouls on the play.
Canada, number 18, legal contact initiated from behind. Yellow card, 1 minute or until England scores. Second foul, England, number 12, legal contact initiated from behind. Yellow card. 1 minute or until Canada scores.
Okay, so there's going to be 2 penalties on the play from Alex Amadal.
England
The first card.
Control.
Yes, that's big. The first card is going to be on Canada chaser Andrew Custers. It's going to be a yellow for contact from behind. And the second yellow is going to be for Bill Orridge, number 12, beater for England, also for contact from behind. Quad ball still with Jordan Imar Jeffrey.
Only a few meters away from the hoops. Jeffries is a very strong charging chaser. I believe that he will have a very likely opportunity to be able to push through the Canadian defense and make it to that short hoop.
He's also got number 18, Edward Brett, at the hoops. If he can loft it over Wanless. There is a Canada beater back with control. I can't quite see her number from here. Number 29. That is Brittany Kahane, a veteran of the Toronto Raiders program in MLQ.
The players are preparing to continue the play.
And after a long stoppage, it looks like we're finally ready to get back going. Dodgeball is turned back to Canada, so Canada is going to have 2 dodgeballs to try to stop Jordan Imar Jeffrey. Imar Jeffrey is going to get to reset. He's going to take his opportunity to go behind the hoops, all the way behind the hoops at the end line to inbound this ball. It definitely will.
He wants to build as much distance as possible between him and the beaters.
Imar Jeffrey's driving, looks for 22, Aaron Veal.
I say all the way across nearly to midline.
Veal now, hands off to number 1, Benon Emery. Emery driving on Lamb, pressured by Brittany Kahane. And Darren Bell is pressuring England now. That's Edward Brett taking the tackle and getting it off in time to Veal. Yeah, really nicely done. And the penalties are about to expire. It's number 24, Andrew Hull, with the quad ball now for England. Just subbed into the game. Veal, the keeper, driving now, looks for Hull, shoots and scores! England goes up 40-10. Andrew Custers is released from the penalty box. Bill Orridge's beater penalty is about to expire as well.
And he is out of the penalty box.
Michael Wanless driving now, throws over to Custers on the wing, who flips back to Darren Bell. Darren Bell driving, looks for Custers. Custers takes a huge tackle from Andrew Hull, and now Veal is driving the other way. Can Bell stop him? Edward Brett shoots and scores! Edward Brett with a couple big plays, and looks like he took a hard hit there. And we're gonna get the Team England staff on the pitch and hope that he's okay.
Like we mentioned earlier, England plays aggressive, especially as shown. They're not allowing Canada to set up their defense to prepare for them.
Yeah, it's been the key to this game so far. England running on the fast break right after getting an interception, forcing a turnover, even after being scored on. Team England is always ready on the counterattack. It's something that Canada has struggled with in the early going here. Canada has been stout defensively in the half court when they've been able to contain England and prevent England from running. But England just too fast on the counterattack.
That's such a funny hat. Is that a reference to something, or is it just a general? Yeah. Let's go!
Thank you all for joining us. We're so excited to bring you the IQA World Cup quarterfinals here. Canada and England. These teams competing in the lower half of the bracket, opposite the United States, heavy favorites in this tournament. Both teams looking to make a run all the way to the finals. We'll play the winner of Germany, France, in the semifinals.
I'll do the check.
And good to see Edward Brett walking off the pitch now. Medic here. And we're gonna restart soon. Just kidding. Team England now regrouping under the shade behind their bench.
8-12, thank you.
Referees discussing the last play. There was no call on the pitch. We are 8 minutes and 12 seconds into the game. England is up 50-10. We have a bit of a stoppage here. There was an injury to number 18, Edward Brett, on Team England. He was able to walk off on his own power. Canada and England both now huddling under tents in the shade behind their benches.
This will be a great opportunity for both teams to rest, recharge, drink water, and restructure their strategies without having to use a timeout.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you were Team Canada down 50-10, what would you be talking about right now?
For me, I think it's easier said than done, but making sure to shut down England's fast breaks. England is returning to offense and getting right up to Canada's hoops very quickly and passing it around, making the few defenders that are there ready to go unable to stop the score.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think they just have to watch some of their turnovers, watch that when they're taking shots, they're not throwing directly into the arms of the Team England keepers, because that's just an easy opportunity for England to hit Canada on the counterattack. So they just have to be a little smarter with their possession and avoid situations where they're going to give up a goal on the other end if they turn the ball over. And it looks like we're ready to get restarted. It's Darren Bell with the quad ball is going to flip it back to number 18, Andrew Custers.
Chris is back.
Chris Radajewski checking back into the game at keeper for Canada. Aaron McCready back in at beater,
We're
number
crossing
6.
the midline. Number 25 for Canada, I believe one of the tallest players I've seen at this tournament this weekend.
Yeah, that's John Gala. The lone beater without a dodgeball right now. Custers throws back to Radajewski. Radajewski has Haley Yap on the near side. Looks for the shot maybe, but it's going to sail out of bounds.
Difficult to tell from here if he was making a shot or trying to pass to 25, or sorry, 25 isn't even a chaser.
And we're going to get a line change from England now. It's number 21 with the quad ball.
Now, if you notice the last play during England's defense, they were very tightly compact, making a very strong and hard-to-break defense. Canada doing a very similar defense here.
Yeah, Ben Malpass back in the game with the quad ball. Malpass driving, takes the contact, shoots, but no good. What a attempted tackle by Haley Yap there. Did enough to disrupt the play.
This game for me, as a beater myself, it's all about disruption. If you can disrupt the opponent's play by just about 1 to 2 seconds, that could be the difference between a score or a solid defense.
44 Burris Blocka driving, but Haley Yap takes the shot and it's into the arms of the England keeper and they're running. Waters looks for Malpass. Malpass jukes, shoots, and scores. That is the formula for England. That's been the formula for England. Seb Waters to Ben Malpass for the goal. England up 60-10.
We're seeing a bit more unity between chasers and beaters for Canada. Ideally, they'll be working together to break open England's defense.
Jeremy Burrows-Balaka with the quad ball now. Driving on the near side, shoots, and no good. It's going to rim off the bottom of the hoop, and Ben Malpass is running the other way. Canada with only one dodgeball back. Beats out 21, Geneva Chambers. Ben Malpass bringing up the quad ball now.
Now the score is currently 60-10 in favor of England. Though it is still early in the match, anything could happen.
Malpass looking for the shot, decides to flip back to Seb Waters. Waters slips around the defender, throws back to Malpass. Malpass shakes off the tackle from Haley Yap.
No goal!
Shoots and denied. Geneva Chambers trying to finish, trying to get around the arms of the Canada defenders, but taken down by number 44, Jeremy Burrows-Balaka. And we're going to get another stoppage here. Hope that Geneva Chambers is okay on the play. She gets up. She's going to walk off, get some attention from the Team England staff.
One thing I noticed there from England's offense, the pass back from 0 to 20, perfectly distracting a lot of the Canadian defense. Haley Yap, number 4, coming in an attempted tackle at 20, but does stop him enough so that he has to pass the ball off to be less opportunistic or a less opportune situation.
Yeah, it was great hoop defense from Canada, scrambling at the last moment to deny England the goal. Ben Malpass, such a physical player offensively, always willing to take on the challenge of jumping towards a hoop and driving through contact. Unsuccessful there, but he's been such an important player for Team England. Number 16, Alex Naftel with the quad ball now for Canada. England leading 60 to 10 here. Canada looking to find some momentum on offense. Naftel bringing it up on the near side, joined by beater Aaron McCready. Naftel goes around to the back, Malpass defending. Naftel gets it out, finds number 44, Jeremy Barros-Balaka, but Team England is gonna disrupt it.
They're still in it though. The fight is going on.
And recovered by Bexlow for England. Pressured now by John Gala. Bexlow's gonna get it out. Waters also beat out. Malpass driving now. The Canada bench isn't happy. Malpass takes the shot and misses it just barely.
A very chaotic play there. Constantly taking the opportunities that they saw, both teams.
Radijewski back into the game at keeper for Canada. One of their most experienced players, one of their most important players. Haley Yap at the top of the key. Yap receives the quad ball, one of the best players for the Ottawa Black Bears in MLQ. Yap driving around the far side, throws behind the hoops. Quad ball is bobbled, and Bill Orridge is there to clean it up. England gets the turnover. See, that's a slightly better place for Canada to turn over the ball. There's never a good turnover, but there are bad turnovers. And Canada just has to manage where they're giving up the quad ball to England here, because England's going to hit them on the fast break. Edward Brett back into the game with the quad ball. That's good to see. He was down with an injury earlier. Ferenzi with the quad ball now. Throws back to Aaron Veal. It's that second line for England back into the game. Andrew Hull driving. Underarm flips back to Brett. Brett over to Veal. Brett looking for the shot. This Canada defense is standing tall. Veal cuts around. Throws back to Brett just out of the reach of Haley Yap. Canada back. It's Derek Taylor with the lone dodgeball for Canada.
England's beater 89 coming in to join in on the offense. Both English beaters charging in closer to the hoops, trying to take out anybody he can. A good goal for 22.
Aaron Veal with the goal to put England up 70 to 10. So England on a big run here. I think the game was 10 to 10 or 20-10 early. So England has, I think, at least the past 5 goals.
At one point it was 2010, so yeah, England for 5 or 6 goals unstopped.
And Canada throws back to Darren Bell behind the hoops. Bell throws back up to Custers. Custers surveying his options, walking behind Derek Taylor. Throws back to Bell and denied by the England chaser, number 24, Andrew Hull. Nice play defensively by England to rotate over. Canada has regained bludger control though.
Having bludger control will help them stop England's diversions. 15 minutes on the clock.
It's Kaylee Mendoza and Derek Taylor, the beater pair for Canada. England with a new beater pair in as well. Doug Bryant and number 89, Carrie Aziz.
And at this time, we will be going into our first heat break of the game. Again, if you weren't here at the beginning, a heat break because of the weather here. For player safety, we are stopping the game at 15 minutes for a 4-minute break. The teams will be able to use that for water, rest, and to strategize, come up with a new plan going forward.
Yeah, we've had quite the wild day in terms of weather. It was hot and humid and sticky this morning. Then we got hit with a massive rainstorm. Everybody took cover in their cars, tents, sheds, closets, any kind of dry area they could find. And now it's hot and sunny again, like we expected this weekend in Richmond. Here in the state of Virginia. We're so glad you're joining us here on pitch 3. It's Canada and England. England up 70-10 right now. The exact same score, funnily enough, that Canada played Australia to earlier in the weekend. Canada coming out of a tough pool with Australia and Germany as the 3 seed. England coming out of their pool with France and I believe Mexico as the 1 seed. Both these teams are on the opposite side of the bracket as the United States. They're playing for the chance to face the winner of Germany and France in the semifinals with a spot in the finals on the line. There is so much at stake here. These two teams want this game so badly.
They know that each of them are only 2 wins away from making it to the finals. There's a lot of pressure here. England so far proving why they were the European champions for so many years in a row.
Yeah, England won, I believe, in 2017, and then won. Sorry about that. We're using phone streams today, so if you heard a phone ringing, that was our live stream camera. Hopefully, though, there's been no disruption to the stream. We think we're still with you.
That said, we are only using a phone stream on this one pitch here. On pitches 4, 5, and our championship pitch number 2, we will be using cameras on scaffolding. So I know that our angle isn't the best here. We're making do with what we have. Future games will be a lot more clear.
Yeah, Gameplay wanted to play all of the quarterfinals at the same time for fairness reasons so that no team had an advantage in terms of rest going forward in the tournament. We were talking about Team England and their recent run of success, coming off a first place finish in the European Games. It's that same core of players here in Richmond. They chose their roster for this tournament back in December, I believe. Head coach Alice Walker made her selections. They've been practicing together ever since. They have so much chemistry. They're up 70-10 right now. Canada coming off a couple more disappointing finishes in major IQA tournaments, looks to be on the upward trajectory. They've held strong in this tournament, given Australia and Germany very tough games, 2 teams that came into this tournament with high expectations. So Canada looking to kind of cement their run of momentum by giving England a tough game in the quarterfinals. England, though, the story of this game has been England on the counterattack, able to turn turnovers into points. They are up 70-10 right now.
Yes. England has been able to capitalize on a lot of distance shots from Canada or attempts at, or from tackling and contact. They've been able to steal the ball and use that while Canada is still transferring from offense to defense.
Yeah, the physicality on defense is there for Canada. They're able to hit with some of the best teams at this tournament. It's just the execution on the offensive end that's letting them down here. The players will try to turn that around. They've talked things over with their coaches, and we're going to get a restart now. It's 22, Aaron Veal with the quad ball, flanked by Tasha Ferenzi and number 24, Andrew Hull. Hull throws back to Veal, and England's going to regain bludger control. It's number 89, Carrie Aziz. Oh, and the refs are going to turn it back over. There must have been a beater foul on the play. Veal throws back to Hull now.
England players crossing each other in midline, making sure that Canada isn't always sure about what their play might be.
Ferenzi throws to Hull, who throws back to Veal. Great job by England to allow number 18, Edward Brett, to get back into the play. England with all 4 chasers now. Veal throws to Brett, and they're under pressure now. No dodgeballs on offense for England. Can Canada execute this press? And
Nearly to midline.
England saves the possession without even having to use their reset. Very impressive offense from England right now.
Strong contact from the English beater, but he is beat before he is able to finish the tackle.
And Canada still with bludger control. England making a valiant effort to disrupt. And it's a goal from behind by Aaron Veal to go up 80-10. England extends their lead.
All right, apologize.
Darren Bell with the quad ball now. Takes the contact, shakes it off from Veal. Canada under pressure, and that's a bad turnover from Alex Natural into the arms of Hull. Canada has one dodgeball back. It's number 5 for Canada, Sam McCall. Sam McCall, an experienced player for Team Canada.
We have a potential call against Team England here. I did not see what it could have been, though.
Hearing from some of the England fans now, they've been kind of quiet, I dare say, so far. I was expecting the songs from the hymn book to come out a little bit more, maybe as they continue to extend their lead.
And if things continue as it is now, I'm sure the closer that Team England gets to the finals, we'll be more excited and the more chance we'll hear from Team England's fans.
Absolutely. They have such strong support here in Richmond. Have had many volunteers over the course of the weekend, vocal fans on the sidelines, supporting their players, supporting their team. Score is 80-10 England.
I see the comments mentioning a potential reason why Team England may not be as loud, or Team England's fans may not be as loud as expected. This is a dry facility.
That might be true. Yeah, a lot of the facilities here in the U.S. are dry, unfortunately.
Yes.
It's going to be a penalty on number 14, Derek Taylor, for Canada. So
the score is currently 80-10 in favor of England. England, a very strong lead. I am not 100% sure how Canada will bring it back, but I'm sure they're going to be fighting to the very last second of this game.
England is running a 1.5 right now. Jacobo Sartori creating the lane.
What a block by Canada, number 32.
And beater for Canada, number 5, Samantha McCall is down now.
Medic is on the way. It seems like a potential knee or ankle injury. Unfortunately, with all the safety rules that we do have to try to mitigate player injury, it still happens. It is a very physical sport.
Yeah, let's hope Sam McCall is okay on the play. Team England and Team Canada will retreat to their benches right now. Try to get a moment in the shade.
The medic is coming. So how do you think Team Canada might be able to bring it back to flag range, or potentially bring it fully back to a win?
Yeah, I think Canada's got to try something different here. One thing that I was seeing earlier that they were doing really well was pressing offensively. Now, it's going to be tough because England is such a good passing team. They're not going to be easily flustered. They can keep possession for a long time without their beaters. But I think Canada, with many of their beaters having played an MLQ, having played with a no reset rule where pressing is extra important, they have that kind of recent experience with pressing. So it's going to be led, if there's a Canada comeback, it's going to be led by the likes of Derek Taylor, by the likes of Aaron McCready, who know how to apply pressure when they need to and force some turnovers to try to get Canada out on the run. Canada counterattacking, Canada fast breaking, because so far it's been all England. in the kind of transition game.
I'm glad you mentioned also England's resistance to being flustered. Even at top level play, poor passes are a thing that can happen. And I did see just before, a few plays before this stop, Team Canada with a pass that went directly into the arms of the English defenders. I hope that it was or the ball slipped out, something like that, and not a sign that Canada is starting to get flustered, starting to get frustrated, and that impacting their play.
Yeah, I think, on offense for Canada, it's just about avoiding kind of the more costly turnovers in a high-pressure match like this. These teams care so much about this match. They've been working towards this goal for years. This tournament, originally scheduled for 2020, was delayed 3 years because of the COVID pandemic. Players have been waiting for this opportunity to compete at the international level. Canada, I don't think, has competed at the international level since 2019 at the Pan American Games, I think. They played a summer series against the United States last summer, I want to say.
And I believe at the Pan American Games, they were split between West Canada and East Canada.
That's right.
So this will be the first international tournament that they are playing as one united country.
Yeah, and so these players have been looking forward to this for a long time, and they just have to kind of stay focused and trust in their teammates to move the ball and avoid turnovers. Canada, I think, is going to have to lean on their defense to get back into this game, to try to create some turnover opportunities, try to create some chances to fast break, to counterattack. That's going to be the key for them moving forward. England has just got to hang on. Simpler task for Team England.
The England at this point, if they want to try to conserve themselves for future games, because I assume that they're expecting that they're going to win, as every team here is expecting they want to win. Every team here has traveled from all around the world. England may be shifting towards offense or more defense focused to maintain their lead instead of growing it.
Yeah, and beater Sam McCall is up for Canada and walking off the pitch now with some support from her teammates. She has medical attention. The trainer or medic is here. So good to see her up. Hopefully she's okay. We're going to get the restart as soon as the teams come back onto the pitch. I should say another key part of a potential Canada comeback would, of course, be a flagpole.
Yes.
Canada, a very good seeking team, a team that has multiple options that they can throw at a flag runner. Of course, England, also a good seeking team, a team that knows how to bubble around the flag runner, and last summer caught a key flag pole in order to force overtime in the European Games final, if I remember correctly.
Now, for the audience out there that may not know what bubbling around a flag runner is, also for myself who does not know what bubbling around a flag runner is, what exactly is that strategy?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's when, simple enough, when two beaters with dodgeballs kind of position themselves strategically around the flag runner to block off any opportunities for the opposing team's seeker. So establishing that position is really the name of the game when it comes to flag runner on pitch. If you can get into those positions and retain control, you're going to give your seeker so many good opportunities to pull the flag. And the opposing team seeker is going to get very few. So I was just saying that Team England, their beaters, are very experienced in the flag runner on pitch game. They're going to create some big windows for their seekers.
Now, a strategy like that does sound like it requires a lot of trust on a team's chasers and their keeper to continue to either play defense or gain more goals without the support of a beater.
Yeah, absolutely. both these teams we know can play with no beaters, play defense with no beaters in the play. These are good tackling teams. They also swarm the hoops. The hoop defense in this game has been very good. I think you've all seen here on pitch 3 in the IQA World Cup quarterfinals why both of these teams are clearly on an upward trajectory, clearly improving.
England, number 99, legal contact, continuing play after B. Yellow card, 1 minute or until Canada scores. Turn the dodgeball over.
And we're gonna get one penalty on the play. Our head referee, Alex Amadal, signals. It's gonna be a yellow card to number 99, Jacobo Sartori, the beater for England.
Yeah, get off.
Sartori gonna head to the penalty box. Derek Taylor already in the penalty box for Canada. Taylor, though, about to be released. So only 2 beaters on the pitch right now. England's beater has possession of both dodgeballs on the far end of the pitch. Erin McCready is going to have the dodgeball all to herself on defense for Canada. She's going to beat out number 22. And we've restarted. Keeper Darren Bell bringing up the quad ball now for Canada. Bell trying to get around 18 Brett. Throws back to 16. Alex Naftel. Naftel throws up top to number 32. 8. Nicole throws back to Darren Bell. And that's the kind of possession Canada has been looking for. Expert passing from Canada to cut the lead to 80-20.
Now with that score, the English beater will be back on the field, giving England the
6, 5.
I completely forgot the word.
Veal with the quad ball now. Throws over to Hull.
Right,
Hull looking for the shot. Veal looking for an opening. Veal takes it around the side. Throws back up top to Andrew Hull. Hull looking for the shot. Shakes off the tackle. Hull driving. Throws across to Veal. Veal throws back to
What a block by number 9.
By number 9. Anna Nicole for Nikolai for Canada. What a stop. Huge defensive play, and that's what Canada's been doing all game long. Just swarming the hoops, making things difficult for England in the half court. If you're just joining us, England's really been most successful hitting Canada on the counter-attack. They've been turning defense into offense. In the half court, Canada's defense has been quite good, quite stout. And Canada now trying to get some momentum, having scored on the last possession, breaking a long scoreless drought. Darren Bell bringing up the quad ball now. Throws back to 32, Michelle Ferguson, and we're gonna get a stoppage now. And I think there's gonna be a penalty on England. Erin Veal, number 22 for England, looks unhappy. Head referee Alex Amadal talking to him.
England, number 22, legal contact. Contact on player without a ball. Yellow card. 1 minute until Canada scores.
Call is going to be illegal contact on a player without a ball. And Canada's Michelle Ferguson with the quad ball now. Tosses back to number 75, Darren Bell.
England will be down one more chaser during this defense, which at this point, with how Canada is playing after the stop, they will need all the support they can, England, on defense. An attempt at a shot.
And I really
Canada's
like...
still in it.
Yeah, Canada's still in it. Alex Naftel trying to stay alive, but blocked by number 6 for England, Natasha Ferenzi. And England with a huge stop right there to deny Canada. There was a great cut by Anna Nikolai, but no good. No goal for England. Kills the offense by Canada with a chaser in the penalty box. 1-5. The Seekers are getting into position right now. It's Jordan Aymar Jeffries and Jeremy Sparrow-Balaka for Canada. Our flag runner is going to be Matthew Cooper. Full stop. England on offense now. Lots happening at the moment. 13, Beck's Low with the quad ball. Low throws back to Ben Malpass with the keeper headband at the top of the key.
Seekers are released. They will be chasing after the flag runner in all
Ben
yellow.
Malpass trying to get past Darren Bell, and we're going to get a whistle here. Refs are going to talk about the play. In the Seeker game, it is England with bludger control. It's Lucy Q and Bill Orridge, I believe, with both dodgeballs.
If England is able to catch this flag, they will be automatically the winners of this match, moving on to the semifinals with a score, if it stands as it is now, of 111. Now, if Canada catches, they will have the opportunity or they will have the decision. They can either forfeit the rest of the match since they are behind, or they can decide to continue playing if they believe that they will be able to play against England and win up to the score cap that will be established after the catch.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And in a game this important, in an IQA World Cup semifinal, I can't imagine Canada would want to forfeit this game. If they catch, they're going to be down 30 points, and we're going to be playing to 30 points in addition to the leading team, Team England's score at the time. So if Canada catches, we're going to have quite the exciting finish here. But England looking to slam the door shut right now.
Like we mentioned before, both of these teams are just 2 wins away from entering into the finals. Neither one of them, I believe, will be taking the choice to stop playing and to cut their losses. I believe no matter what way it goes, this game will be played until its absolute maximum.
Yeah, and I believe all the teams alive in the lower half of the bracket are competing for their first ever finals berth at an IQA World Cup. England and Canada, to my knowledge, have never appeared in an IQA World Cup finals match.
An almost accidental red card, which would have been quite the unprecedented action by the head ref. Luckily, it is just a blue card.
Yeah, Jeremy Barros Balaka is going to head to the penalty box for a false start, the seeker for Canada. So that's going to be a 1-minute penalty, while that's going to leave England with a glorious opportunity to pull the flag here. They are up 80-20 right now. If England can catch right here, they will be through to the semifinals, and Canada will be eliminated.
Yeah, either way, this development isn't good for Canada. It seems like there are 2 players here in the box, bringing their total player count to 5 compared to England's 7. The Canadian seeker will be able to return into the game after 1 minute or until England scores, neither of which is a beneficial position.
Our flag runner, Matthew Cooper, taking a bit of a nap on the pitch, getting some water.
I believe he might be our championship snitch or flag runner, so he will have to take all the rest he can.
Yeah, Matthew Cooper, a long-time flag runner in the region, a former player for the University of Virginia, one of the local teams around
Love playing
here.
against him.
Yeah, a giant of the region, really. The restart, it's going to be Ben Malpass looking for Bexlow. Beater Aaron McCready is back for Canada with a dodgeball.
It looks like we're already starting with a tackle.
Bell throws down Malpass on the restart.
That delays England enough. Will Canada be able to set up a defense?
Jordan Imar Jeffries pressuring the flag runner Matthew Cooper. Ben Malpass with the quad ball now, streaking down the near side. Alex McCartney looking to set a screen.
There are the songs from the English fans.
We were looking for those. Ben Malpass now pressured by Anna Nikolai. Malpass looking for an opening, but also just happy to take some time here while their seeker gets chances at the flag runner.
The middle hoop, or the mid-size hoop, is down, meaning less opportunities for England to score. He breaks free of the defense. Can he make it? Drops it and slips on the turf.
Ben Malpass trying to recover, trying to get a point out of this possession. Michelle Ferguson is going to check back in for Canada. Jeremy Barros-Balaka, the seeker for Canada, also back in the game. Opportunity for Barros-Balaka right now. Goes for the grab, but misses. England content to hold the quad ball on offense. England seeker number 14 in the game, Elliot Fisher.
Canada able to successfully defend. That is the kind of defense we're looking for.
Yeah, Canada gets the quad ball back and creates a bubble. We have a stoppage here. Is it Jeremy Barros-Balaka with the quad ball, with the snitch lock in hand? I don't see. Or is it Ruben Thompson, seeker for Team England?
They replaced the tail onto the flag, which to me does not bode well of a successful catch, but we will see what the refs decide.
Yeah, so I apologize. I didn't see which team got the pull there, but it looks like the refs are going to keep gameplay going and rule that the flag runner catch was no good. Refs deliberating now. For Team England is Elliot Fisher.
The catch is not good.
Yeah, catch is no good. So we will keep playing.
Canada in a very good position to get a score right now. Minimal defense on England's side.
Yeah, Canada simply has to convert here. Darren Bell has Alex Nafto on the near side. Both members of the Ottawa Black Bears MLQ team. Long stoppage here, refs still deliberating. Thank you all for joining us. The score is 80-20 England. The flag runner is on pitch. Both teams going all out for the flag runner at this point.
Both teams, or Canada,
21-50.
Canada currently taking the opportunity for this stop to get water to their players.
This is the IQA World Cup quarterfinals, Canada and England. Thank you so much for joining us. Jack McGovern.
Diego Rojas.
With Diego Rojas.
Very excited. I'm a big fan of both of these teams, so I am excited to say the least.
Yeah, me as well.
I can't find
I think
the
both
words.
these teams are really on an upward trajectory right now. They've been so impressive this tournament. Canada holding Australia and Germany to low point totals in their pool. England topping their group, advancing as the 1 seed from their group.
We have a timeout.
I need a replacement base for this pitch.
And we're going to have an equipment stoppage here now. They're going to look to replace the base of one of the hoops. Bit of an equipment malfunction here. Sorry to all our viewers. We have a really exciting game here. Canada and England coming down to the wire. England up 80-20, certainly in control of this game, certainly able to take advantage of every turnover Canada has made and hit Canada on the counterattack. They've been so good on the fast break. They've taken all those chances and converted them into points. So a very efficient performance from England in transition. Canada holding tough though in the half court, playing good defense around the hoops, and executing a couple nice presses too. But England able to withstand the pressure from the Canada beaters. Right now, teams with flag runners on the pitch, both teams going for the catch. Both teams have had some opportunities. Both teams have had a little bit of dodgeball control around the flag runner.
The score has been staying at 80-20 in favor of England for the past large chunk of the game, Canada, after the stop, very clearly, however they decided to restructure, whether it's strategically or with sublines, it is working because we have not seen the similar output of points from England as we were seeing earlier.
Yeah, England had a big run in the middle of the game of 5 or 6 goals in a row. But the last couple minutes, right before flag runner on pitch, and now with the flag runner on pitch, Canada's been able to find some success. They had a really nice possession with Darren Bell at keeper and distributing. They were able to work the quad ball around. I think all 4 chasers, all 4 quad ball players touched the ball before the goal scored. So Canada's got to look to do a little bit more of that, moving the ball, making the extra pass, being unselfish on offense. That's going to be the key to them finding their way back into this game. And a flag runner catch wouldn't hurt either.
No, it would not. It'd be, again, it's the equivalent of scoring 3 goals. Also, it has the potential of ending the game for the team in the lead. So no matter what, whether it's for the points or for the game-ending potential, Canada does not want to allow England to get control or get the catch.
Yeah, Canada is playing for their World Cup lives here in the quarterfinals. Both teams, of course, playing to avoid elimination, but Canada can be eliminated with a single flag catch of our flag runner, Matthew Cooper.
With important information, sources say that the flag runner is feeling, and I quote, "all right." Perks of being next to the main table.
Love it. I'm just really encouraged by what both these teams are showing here this weekend. Really a lot of good vibes around both programs, it seems, at least from the outside. They've been extremely competitive this weekend, giving tough games to every team they've played, and showing out here in the quarterfinals, giving each other a tough match. England definitely came in as the favorites here. They're the reigning European champions for a reason. They topped their group for a reason. They have so much chemistry that their first line especially has been deadly for opposing teams, dating all the way back to last summer. They've stuck together. They practice a ton. I think head coach Alice Walker selected her team back in December, and they've been practicing ever since. Perks of a smaller country.
Yes.
But these Canada players, a lot of them have been playing together for many years too. It's an experienced squad. It's a squad where there are contingents from MLQ franchises, the Ottawa Black Bears, the Toronto Raiders, that have played together. So a lot of chemistry on both sides of the ball here.
England is also one of the only teams in this entire championship that continuously practices throughout the year. Many teams here combining players from many different countries that have the same countries of origins or same family country of origin. So being able to know each other throughout the year.
Darren Bell flips to Alex Naftel on the restart, and sorry if that was just out of the camera lens, but Canada has narrowed the score to 80-30 now with the goal.
2 more goals and they will be able to tie with a catch.
Number 20, Ben Malpass with the quad ball now.
And I believe we might have a call on a Canadian foul. Not the kind that are geese, but the kind that get cards.
I love the pun. I usually miss them. I'm usually very bad with puns, but that one was even one I could get.
I aim to please the masses.
It is going to be a discussion among the refs about what happened here in the seeker game. Seeker for Canada is Jeremy Barros-Palaka. Seeker for England is Elliot Fisher. It looks like Canada has dodgeball control right now. It's the pair of John Gala and Aaron McCready. Aaron McCready, such an important part of this Canada team, so experienced. knowing when to press, knowing when to hang back, knowing when to engage in the beater game and when to engage in the quad ball game. She's just one of their most trusted players and has been for a long time. Refs still talking about what happened here. Want to make sure to get everything right here in this all-important IQA World Cup quarterfinal match. Both these teams looking for their first ever appearance in a World Cup final. One team, there will be one new team in the World Cup final. The first final, I believe, was the United States and France. The second and third World Cup finals were the United States and Australia, and the most recent World Cup final was the United States and Belgium. So neither of these teams have appeared in a World Cup final before. They're gonna, I believe, have a matchup with Team Germany in the semifinals. Looking forward to that. Some members of Team Germany behind us, scouting the opponent.
Any information at this point on your potential opponents is good information. Now, in the past 4 World Cups, 3 of them have been won by the U.S. team. We have a very large pool of players and have been playing the longest for this sport.
Yellow card, 1 minute or until Canada scores.
A yellow card for England's beater, number 4.
Yeah, Lucy Q picking up the penalty there. Gonna serve 1 minute in the penalty box.
Now, I want to thank our chat. Thank you. It was Canada and the United Kingdom for bronze in 2016 for
Yes,
World Cup.
yes, this is a rematch of the bronze medal match in 2016. These teams have a lot of history. Both were at the first Global Games in Oxford, England in 2012.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there are still players on both teams that were there when they matched up against each other.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely there are players on these teams who competed in 2014 when Canada hosted in Burnaby the Global Games that year. So these teams know each other very well on the international stage. Canada's Michelle Ferguson with the quad ball now. Going to come under some pressure from Ben Malpass, I think, on the restart. And it looks like we are finally ready to restart here. And Ferguson runs around, hands it off to Alex Naftel. Jeremy Barros-Galaka getting a chance at the flag runner now. Alex Naftel tosses over to number 36, Chris Ratajewski. Looks behind for Michael Wanless, keeps the quad ball inbounds. Wanless throws up top to Alex Naftel. Naftel driving, dishing.
What a good dunk!
Michelle Ferguson scoring through contact, takes it and narrows the lead to 80-40. Canada is on a 30-0 run right now. All the momentum with Canada right now. Ben
Speaking of
Malpass,
momentum, England coming in fast.
Can Ben Malpass stop the bleeding? This Canada half-court defense has been so tough to break down. Malpass takes the reset for England. Jordan Aymar Jeffries defending the flag runner a bit. Malpass looks for number 1 for England, and England scores, ends the long scoring drought. It is number 1, Benan Emery, scoring for England.
90-40, Canada coming in fast, evading a potential tackle, passes it behind hoops, but is unable to complete the catch.
Yeah, Ratajewski just behind Michael Wanless. Michael Wanless working on Andrew Hull right now. Wanless, they are trying to get past Hull. They drive, they run, they shoot.
What a dunk! Now there is a call on the field.
We're going to get a stoppage here. Head referee Alex Amadal is going to tell us what happened.
I'd like to apologize to everyone again for the camera. On this pitch specifically, this is the only pitch that we are using a phone camera and tripod. On all the other pitches, we have full professional cameras filming and live streaming each game. On our YouTube channel, we will have all 4 pitches for the quarterfinals, which you're watching right now, live stream. And Belgium has just eliminated Australia in their quarterfinal game. This is currently the last quarterfinal match before we move on into semifinals.
So exciting. So in one semifinal, it will be the United States and Belgium. Germany awaiting the winner of this game between England and Canada. Score right now is 90-40. It looks like the shot by Michael Wanless on the previous possession is not going to count as a goal. Head referee Alex Amadal still sorting out what happened here. Talking to beater John Gala on the Canada sideline. Very tense game here. Both teams know how much this game means. They've played before at the IQA World Cup. They have a long-standing rivalry, and they're competing for a spot in the semifinals against Germany for the chance to face the winner of the United States and Belgium.
Now, I will say this game to me feels like it's had a lot more long ref discussions than any other matches I've seen. Now, with each match getting closer to the finals and every call, every play being scrutinized heavily more and more as we reach the championship, I can't say I'm fully surprised, but this is out of the ordinary.
So I think what happened here is beater John Gala for Canada. Okay, we're going to get the call from Alex Amadal.
Ignoring ref directive. Yellow card. 1 minute or until England scores.
Okay, so it's going to be a yellow card on beater number 25, John Gala for Canada for ignoring ref calls.
I'm sure the refs are pretty annoyed if they get ignored.
So Gala had checked out of the game, but now is going to go back to the penalty box. And England is going to have the quad ball now. It's Aaron Veal with the quad ball.
Strong fight for the flag runner. Flag runner showing why he may be the flag runner for the championship. A good catch by number 15 England beater.
Yeah, 22 Veal dishes to Andrew Hall. Hall trying to get past Joanne Lamb. Shakes off the tackle. Looks for number 1. And number 1 scores. That's Benan Emery again.
Another call by the refs.
England, number 1, illegal contact. Push on a protected keeper. Yellow card. 1 minute or until Canada scores.
And Emery is going to get called for the yellow card there for a push on a protected keeper for Canada.
That is accurate.
All right, we are currently confirming whether or not the score is 90-40.
Can you please yell at me when it's 25 until I recognize it? Ideally when there's no signal.
Refs are trying to sort out what the score is at the moment.
Yes. 10 to 4. Yes.
Okay, so there was some confusion at the score table. The score is now 100-40. So there was a goal that was missed at some point for England. So England is going to be up 100-40 now. Chris Ratajewski bringing up the quad ball now, trying to get past Aaron Veal. Michael Wallace.
What a fast break! Over passes.
Custers is just over his head. Custers shakes off the tackle from Hull, finds Ratajewski and scores.
An
Canada
easy score.
with the teamwork on the fast break.
All right, we have hit the 25-minute mark, which, if you're just joining us, the 25-minute mark, we will have a 2-minute heat break here in Richmond, Virginia. We have had an extraordinary amount of heat and humidity, and in favor of ref, player, flag runner, everyone's health, we are taking multiple breaks. So this break will be for 2 minutes. Players will be able to get water and on the other hand, they will be able to strategize, structure themselves and hopefully play how they want to be playing.
Of course, yeah, this is a great chance for England and Canada to talk over what they need to do when play is restarted, and also recharge. Get ready for this final sprint to the finish. Flag runner Matthew Cooper is still uncaught. It is quite hot, quite sunny here now. We are getting direct sunlight exposure at the moment. Flag runner Matthew Cooper with an umbrella.
Having the time of his life.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely. I'd rather this than rain.
All different types of weather here today.
Now, for context, for our American audience, yesterday, we hit a high of 91 degrees Fahrenheit, and it feels like temperature with the humidity. Sorry, there is a bee just really liking my arm. I can't blame it. I have nice arms. So says my mother. So, again, where was I? That feels like with the humidity was 99 degrees. For our international community, that is about 32 to, I believe, 34 degrees Celsius. It is hot here. With these players being the best of the best in their countries, I recall the athletic trainers mentioning that physical injuries aren't going to be, or they don't expect them to be very common compared to heat-related illnesses and injuries.
Yeah, we definitely want all our players here to stay healthy, take care of themselves, drink water, and recharge between games.
Incidental contact with a loose ball while beat. Ball will be turned over to England.
There's going to be a dodgeball turnover to England for incidental contact during a loose beat, I think, was the call from head ref Alex Amadal. England with dodgeball control, but not in position around the flag runner at the moment. John Gala holding down the fort for Canada. In the quadball game, Aaron Veal trying to get past Joanne Lamb. Veal throws behind to number 18, Edward Brett. Brett looks for Geneva Chambers. Chambers met at the hoops by the Canada defender, though. And we have a massive pile-up in the Canada defensive half.
And yet another stop. The game time itself is just over 25 minutes. This live stream has been going on for over an hour.
Oh boy.
Yep, this is a long one. With the heat itself, I wouldn't be surprised if players and fans are getting frustrated.
Yeah, it's a tough line to walk. The refs want to make sure to get all the calls right in such an important game, but players want to keep the game going, want to have the chance to really lay it all out on the line.
It is a difficult position to be in because if they stop, as refs, their job should be to stop the game for every infraction of the rules. But if they start to let things slide, especially as we got closer to the championship game, the team that was negatively impacted by the penalty action, they will see that as unjust or unfair that the ref is ignoring something, an illegal action that was done to that team.
Absolutely. It's going to be Canada, Chris Ratajewski with the quad ball. Ratajewski made that exceptional tackle on Geneva Chambers, the chaser for England, on the last play, showing that trademark tough Canada hoop defense, so physical around the hoops, swarming to cover, players swarming to block shots. Canada has just been really tight in the half court. It's been the transition game where Canada has had more difficulties.
All right, play continues.
Yeah, play is restarting. John Gala threw a dodgeball back for Canada. Canada does not have a dodgeball in the offensive zone right now. Chris Ratajewski beat out Joanne Lamb. Can she buy some time for her offense? She skirts around Geneva Chambers, but we're going to get a call on the tackle by Chambers.
The ref waiting for England to gain control. On an offense, if the offensive team makes an infraction and gets a penalty, the refs will stop the play. But if the defending team makes the infraction, the refs will allow the play to continue as to not give away the offense's advantage and potential to score.
Yeah, it is a yellow card on 21, Geneva Chambers, for the tackle. Canada is going to have the quad ball on the restart. It is the pass to Joanne
dangerous
Lamb.
pass, and
shoots and scores. Joanne Lamb with the finish.
What a good goal!
And the score is now 100-60. So slowly but surely, Canada is clawing their way back into this game. If they were to pull the flag, Canada would be down only one goal. Number 18, Brett, with the quad ball now. Finds
England.
number 1, Tasha Ferenzi. Excuse me, no. That is
Apologies.
Hanan Emran, but denied on the other end by England. Oh, whoops, I was right the first time. Tasha Ferenzi. And Jordan Neymar Jeffries has the flag in hand. The refs are going to talk about this one. A good catch here by Neymar Jeffries would send England to the semifinal.
Exactly that. If this is not a good catch and Canada catches in the future, Canada will have the opportunity to continue the game or forfeit since they are behind, and the catch would not get them in the lead. England with a good catch. England progresses to the semifinals.
Jordan Neymar Jeffrey sends England to the semifinals, where they will face Germany with a spot in the World Cup final on the line. Both these teams have never played before in a World Cup final, and with the win, they eliminate Team Canada. Canada put up such a valiant effort here, fighting back from 80-20 down to bring the score to 100-60. Looked really good in the flag runner on pitch portion of the game. Played solid defense all game, all tournament in the half court. But just too little, too late for Canada. Outstanding forward momentum, though, from the Canadians. After a couple tough international tournaments in a row, Canada is clearly back on the international stage. They have so much experience, so much chemistry with each other, and a new generation coming forward, too. But it will be Team England heading to the semifinals to play Germany with a spot in the World Cup final on the line. I'm Jack McGovern.
I'm Diego Rojas.
And thank you so much for joining us here on Pitch 3. We'll be back soon. Thanks so much from Richmond, Virginia.
Be sure to check our YouTube channel for when we go live with these semifinals.